Hi, my name is Rosanna, and I want you to vote for me to be your next Young Bear Evolution.
I'm currently revising for my GCSEs, to be honest, because I know I'm going to sit at those exams in May, and also doing some research on what I want to do when I leave secondary school. And also on the other side, obviously, I am the Young Male Evolution, so I have such a big responsibility as well. Because now I put myself forward for such a position. I have, I also have things that I want to bring to Lewisham to help make a change as well. And with my team of advisors, I feel like the year that I am in this position, I feel like I can achieve a lot and we can achieve a lot as well. Because I know I can't do everything on my own. Because I know if I wasn't young Mayor, I would not have met such wonderful people, especially Katie and Jacob, all of the young advisors. And honestly, it's just a wonderful experience for me so far. And all of these lovely people that I've met, they've brought nothing but kindness to me. They've welcomed me into this new environment that I've never been in before. And I really thank them for that. I ran for Young Revolution because I wanted to be a voice for people. I wanted to let their voices be heard. I wanted them to essentially let me be their microphone, which is why I said in my manifesto, I want to help create activities that are inclusive to the ethnic minority, but anyone can do it as well, to make them feel like they are equal, because they are equal. Young people are essentially the next prime minister, the next MPs, just the next generation in general. So why not have a voice now instead of waiting how many years to have a voice then, and just get it done now? Because either way, say our voices aren't heard now, they're going to be heard then. So why not just let them be heard now? One of the things that was in my manifesto was to implement the Halo Code into schools across the borough of Lewisham. The Halo Code is a campaign pledge signed by schools and businesses to ensure that Black people have the freedom and security to wear their hair how they want, so that they don't feel discriminated or they don't feel isolated just because of how their hair looks. Because as a person with curly hair, obviously I have to put my hair a certain way. Apparently, if I wear my hair out in an afro, that's me disturbing everyone. That's me interrupting people's learning, or say someone had their hair out in a fro and they work in a business environment and it makes them look unprofessional, because it doesn't. Honestly, I think wearing your hair how you want, it gives you power. It gives you it gives your personality such a vibe and such a shine. I don't know if that's grammatically correct, but anyway. But that's what I stand for. That's what I wanted to bring the Halo in schools, because if we can teach them from young, then they will take that into their adult life. One of the doubts that I had when I was running for young mayor was, well, I still have it now, is what if I'm not good enough? Because I know the young mayors before me, they were really good, especially Femi, who handed over his title to me. He was such a good young mayor, especially running for 2 years during the pandemic. Like, that is such a big step that he took for his borough of Lewisham. For this borough, he put so much into this borough, and I feel like I cannot compare to what he did for all young people in Lewisham. And I really aspire to be like him. And he really inspired me to make my own name in Lewisham. I have such high expectations of myself, and I do, and I feel like all the young people of Lewisham, they have expectations of me, and I know that they do. I just feel scared that I might not be able to meet them. And I just push out all of those negative thoughts, because I know that if I have negative thoughts, then my performance will not be the best. And we can't afford that. Honestly, I cannot afford that, especially because of the time that we are in, still in a pandemic, and everyone's already stressing over what's going to happen. So there's just no room for more negativity. There should be more street lamps, especially in side roads and alleyways, especially now because it's dark outside and it's winter. Young people, they don't have the confidence, or they're just flat out scared of going outside or walking alone, whether it's going home or going to school, just to the shop to go get something really quickly because they're scared that something might happen to them, especially because they're alone. Self-defense classes for young girls especially now because it's 2022, anything can happen, to be honest. And young people need to learn how to defend themselves, especially in situations that they never even knew they might actually get themselves in. Like, situation could be so spontaneous, you never even knew it could actually hit you until it actually happens. And especially now because crime rates are actually increasing from, say, 5 years ago. Some young people, they might not feel comfortable going to, say, mentors at school, because I know there are some schools where their mentors are not the best. So they might as well come to Unit 19, where our advisors are. And as I said, they are fully qualified, so they know what they are talking about as well. And they won't be afraid to give you all of the details. They're not afraid to actually tell you about the real world. They're not afraid to tell you about the truth of the real world. So you won't just go into it blind. You will take your time with it. Young people won't feel afraid to actually go into the real world without having problems, without feeling scared. Femi has definitely inspired me because of the way that, obviously, because of his idea, the Bank of Things, it was his idea. Now look at it, it's now real. So why keep your ideas dreams when they can be realities? He was one of the people that inspired me, and also my friend Josh, he also inspired me because of just the way that he carries himself. The way he carries himself is he's not afraid to do anything. He just gets things done. He doesn't wait around for things. He's confident. He's bold. Also, I have to say, my sister inspires me as well. My older sister. She was just an average student, but she still got on with life because now she's now 20. The person that she's grown into is really, really amazing, and she's able to adapt to things pretty easily. And it just shows that you don't need to be academically smart to get things done. Go for it. Honestly, don't be afraid to do it just because other people think of you differently. Honestly, because at the end of the day, it's just you. It's just you that has your back. It's you that has to take care of yourself. So why go off of other people's opinions and go for other people? Like, you shouldn't care about what they say, because I used to care about what people say, and it did really bring down my self-esteem. It brought down my confidence a lot. But as I grew through secondary school, as I grew since I started my GCSEs, focus on your work. That's what I would tell myself. My big hope for Lucian, that's a really good question. Allow people to be free, because I know that there are people that are tied down by society. They are tied down by what other people think of them. And I don't want them to be tied down by that, because it can affect them. It will not let them reach their full potential if they are just tied down by chains of society, prejudice, religious hatred that other people might have for some other people. Why can't everyone shine equally? I don't get it, because we are all unique. We are all different people. We're not the same. So why do we all have to be the same? Why do we all have to only focus on the people that we want to look at? Why can't we just focus on Lewisham as a whole? Because as being one of the most culturally diverse boroughs in London, why not celebrate it?